Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Eran, trece, 1931. This is the Spanish language version of the Warner Arlen Charlie Chan film called Charlie Chan Carries On, which is a lost film. It's got a different cast and crew and different storyline, but give it a 1 out of 5 stars. Really dislike this movie. I misspoke in my last video. I did some research on this, and the actors are not Mexican. They're mostly Spaniards with a Brazilian and a Puerto Rican mixed in. So sorry for that. I confused this for a Mexican film, but actually it's a Spanish language version of Charlie Chan Carries On. So what happened was the Warner Erlen English speaking actors would work during the day, and then at night they'd hire a bunch of Spanish actors to film the same movie but different cast and crew and storyline. So I hope that makes sense. I think I explained it right. I didn't know until I did research. It gets a 6.1 out of 10, a higher rating on IMDb. Well, it's a crime, drama, mystery, of course, and only 155 ratings on IMDb. Extremely rare and historical artifact, really. Not too many people know about this movie, but it's on the Charlie Chan collection. Let's see, what did I find? A rare chance to see really Charlie Chan film. It's an extra bonus feature in Volume 1 of the Charlie Chan collection, which was released by Fox in 2006. Which is, I think, yeah, that's what I've got. I've got the 2006 Fox, 20th Century Fox. Charlie Chan collection. And that's what I've been watching during the past week or so. The bonus features are actually pretty decent, but I'm guessing Charlie Chan in Shanghai is actually better than this. It came out 4 years later. This was the bonus feature on the Charlie Chan in Shanghai DVD from the Charlie Chan Collection Volume 1. Basically, it starts out with Scotland Yard. There's 3 murders and a 4th attempted murder. Some mysterious guy who points a gun through a window all the time. And it's one of the members on the cruise ship. We still don't know what the Warner Orland lost film is like, but maybe it'll get unearthed one of these days, and we can compare the two. But till then, we're stuck with this Spanish version. Um, so Charlie Chan enters in the movie halfway through, and he looks even less convincing as a Chinaman compared to Warner Orland, Sidney Toler, or even what was the other guy who worked did Charlie Chan at Monogram? I know it was Toler did a bunch of monograms, and then Roland Winters, after Toler died, 6 films were made starring Roland Winters. I've never seen a single one of the Roland Winters Charlie Chan, but his outfit looks pretty ridiculous. So his Chinese makeup looks pretty bad. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to watching the Roland Winters Charlie Chan from Monogram. But anyways, I'm going to watch Charlie Chan in Shanghai next. And hopefully I can get around to Kill Squad later. A 1 hour nap. I was pretty tired yesterday. I went home without dropping off the van key over there in Oakland, so I was about ready to go to bed, emptying out my pockets, and just discovered the van key, and so I had to drive all the way back to Oakland and then back here, drop off the key, and then drive back here. So that took me an extra hour. I didn't get back till 12:30 after midnight. And I woke up at 5 minutes after 7. Got my stuff ready, and I picked up my son on time, but I don't know. I was just having a bad night. I had to pay bridge toll twice for that little mishap. Not being able to take a nap mid-afternoon because I worked late on my first run. Did about 6 hours, 15 minutes, plus my lunch break. So I didn't get back to Oakland until like 3:20. I had to get groceries, gas, and deposit my cash tip. So I was running a little bit behind yesterday. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, these earlier Charlie Chan films, a lot of them, Charlie Chan doesn't appear until halfway, apparently. I think I've only seen the 1928 Charlie Chan, which was I think it was a silent film, Behind That Curtain, 1929. E.L. Park, Boris Karloff. It was the first sound film in the series. And then the next one was Warner Arlen, 1931. Charlie Chan Carries On. That was actually the first Warner Ireland film, which is lost. Then there's a black camel with Wonder Ireland. I think I've already seen that too. That's the second Wonder Ireland. Third, fourth, and fifth are all lost. So that's about it as far as the two silent films with George Kua and Sojin are silent films, and both of them are lost. So that's about it in terms of lost films. But anyways, Manuel Arbo plays Charlie Chan in this one. He doesn't look at all like Charlie Chan. But this one was pretty hard to watch. Seen a bunch of Chinese characters. At one point, well, seeing Charlie Chan speaking Spanish was just completely bizarre. It might have worked with a Spanish-speaking audience, but from my perspective, it was just weird. Not only that, but at one point, Charlie Chan is talking to his wife, I think. She's talking in Japanese, he's talking in Spanish, and his son is talking Spanish. It's like they're having a conversation in two different languages, none of which are Chinese. Anyways, pretty weird flick, man. Black and white, of course. I'm sure Charlie Chan in Shanghai is black and white. 1935. It's in the Charlie Chan Volume 1. Black Camel is Charlie Chan Volume 3. And so is Behind That Curtain. I think I've seen both of them already. The 1936 War in Orleans, or Volume 2, and Sidney Toller's, or Volume 4, Volume 5. Then you got Phil Rosen, Phil Carlin. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the director. A lot of Charlie Chan films from the late 20s to the going all the way to 1981, but mostly 30s and 40s for the most part. So I'm getting my in the Charlie Chan section of my Netflix queue, and then I think I've got a few other random movies interspersed between the Charlie Chan section. And then I get into Jackie Chan, which is what he used to watch when he was 5 years old, and he got sick and tired of it. Now he doesn't watch any movies. He just plays video games and watches YouTube videos. But he's a pretty smart kid. He's learning about anarcho-capitalism, Revolutionary War. He's got his own capitalist game. He created his own capitalist adventure game on Scratch.
Snap.
Or Snap, excuse me. Why do I always get Scratch mixed up with Snap? It's because the building blocks look the same. But Snap doesn't have the kitty cat. all the uh, all the third grade kids start out with a kitty cat on Scratch. So, anyways, oh man, I think I'm ready for another nap. And I'll check out Charlie Chan in Shanghai. And I'll get some of these fan mentions, recommendations out of the way. Namely, the Kill Squad, which Adrian mentioned. And I've got Knife for the Ladies, another Adrian mentioned. Riot on Sunset Strip, which was my own choice. So I'm trying to get through those. If I can't get through one of them today, I'll definitely start Kill Squad on Monday later.